The Eagles just opened the door for a massive shakeup, and it's not at quarterback, wide receiver, or even the defense. It's on special teams. Yes, the most overlooked phase of football might now hold the key to Philly's next big breakout. And with new faces, surprise rookies, and veterans fighting for roles, this battle is about to get intense. So buckle up, Eagles fans, because your next fan favorite might come from the kick return team. There are open spots all over the Eagles' special teams, and it's about to get wild. Kick return, punt return, coverage units. This entire group, it's changing. Players have left. New faces are coming in, and training camp is creeping closer. But here's what makes it even more exciting. The Eagles are actually giving young, hungry players a real shot. This isn't just filling spots, it's a full-on audition for who stays, who shines, and who surprises. Let's start with the coaching situation. Special teams coordinator Michael Clay is still here. In fact, he's been in Philadelphia longer than most realize. He's one of the last remaining links to the Chip Kelly era. Yeah, it's been that long. Clay hasn't been perfect, but he's been solid, and that's why he's still trusted to run this unit. But now comes the twist. The Eagles made a smart, early move this offseason by signing Avery Williams, a real NFL return specialist, not a college kid hoping to learn the ropes. This guy has been doing the dirty work for the Falcons, racking up over 400 return yards in recent years. He's experienced, quick, and knows how to handle the pressure of fielding punts in big moments. So what does that mean for the Birds? Avery Williams might be the new punt returner. And that's huge. Because while Cooper DeJean is electric, he's far too valuable to risk on special teams, at least not full-time. The Eagles need him healthy, locked in, and ready to shut down top receivers. Maybe he gets used like Deshaun Jackson once was, in emergency situations when they desperately need a spark. But that's it. The team needs a consistent, safe, and dangerous returner. That's where Williams steps in. But it gets better. One of the most exciting stories coming out of rookie camp is the rise of Giles Jackson. A name most fans had never even heard a month ago, but now he's got a real shot. Jackson was a rookie tryout. That's right, not even signed to a rookie deal. Just brought in to show what he could do. And what did he do? He made enough noise to earn a training camp spot. This kid transferred from Michigan to Washington. Back in his Michigan days, he took not one, but two kickoffs 100 yards to the house. Game changers. He's quick, he's elusive, and he wants it more than most. He went undrafted, and now he's fighting for a job with one of the best teams in the NFC. This is what makes football amazing. It's not always about the stars. Sometimes it's the guy no one saw coming who flips a game, flips a season, and becomes a fan favorite. With names like Avery Williams, Giles Jackson, and even Will Shipley entering the mix, the Eagles' special teams just became one of the most competitive and exciting position groups to watch in camp. Eagles fans, let's hear it. Who do you want returning punts this season? Avery Williams, the proven vet? Or Giles Jackson, the underdog with something to prove? And what role should Cooper DeJean play in all this? Drop your takes in the comments. This battle might decide more than just field position. It might shape the identity of the 2025 Eagles. Now let's talk real for a second. Most of the guys fighting for return jobs right now, they're not going to be starting wide receivers. They're not even guaranteed to be part of the depth chart at wideout. These are players trying to earn a very specific and very valuable role on special teams. If injuries hit the main roster, sure, maybe one of them gets called up. But until then, this is their chance to shine. And here's the truth, the Eagles have to figure out this return game. We don't have Kenneth Gainwell anymore. Will Shipley might step into that kick return spot, but it's far from a lock. There are names in the mix, but what really stands out this year is the amount of speed on this roster. Speed the Eagles haven't had at kick return in years. Let's be honest, when was the last time we had a truly dangerous returner? For kickoffs, Maybe Josh Huff? He was the last guy who had that pure vision, the kind that lets you spot a lane and just explode through it. He had real breakaway speed, and he knew how to use it. Sure, we had Darren Sproles, and he was legendary, but that was mostly punt returns. On kicks? It's been a while. Now, enter Giles Jackson, a guy with the same kind of quick twitch burst and open field fearlessness. He can do everything Huff did, and maybe more. But here's where it gets interesting. He's competing directly with Britton Covey, and that's no small challenge. Let's look at the numbers. Covey is 5'8", 172 pounds. Small, fast, shifty, but last season, he was injured 3 separate times. That's hard to ignore. When you're that small and constantly getting hit by massive special teams players flying full speed, it takes a toll. It hurt the Eagles. Literally. Now compare that to Giles Jackson, same height, but he's 15 to 16 pounds heavier. That might not sound like much, but on the field, it's a huge difference in durability. He's 187 pounds, which could mean fewer injuries and more confidence hitting holes at full speed. And here's the truth. The Eagles need a spark here. They didn't score a single punt return touchdown last season. Not one. They didn't score a kick return touchdown either. Not even close. Now, nobody expects a return touchdown every week. But not getting even one all season? That's a red flag. You're leaving hidden yardage and scoring chances on the field. That's not the Eagles' standard. At the very least, you need positive yards. You need secure hands. No fumbles. No costly turnovers. You don't want to lose games because your return unit couldn't hold onto the ball. That's why this battle is so important. It's not just about highlight plays. It's about protecting field position and momentum. And players like Giles Jackson? They could be game changers. He's not just a return man. He's versatile. Line him up in the slot. Put him in motion. Run quick slants. The Eagles have used players like him before, like Britton Covey, to sneak into plays early in games, give defenses something different to think about, and grab easy yards with speed. But here's the risk. You don't want guys like this taking big hits. You need them healthy. You need them available. It's a tough balance. Use their speed, but protect their value. That's part of why Covey's season fell apart. One tackle on the sideline, and he was done. Injuries took away a major part of our return game. And then there's the Kenneth Gainwell decision. Why was he even returning kicks? That one never made sense. He was already getting 2-minute offense reps, which are some of the most important in the game. You're trying to score right before halftime and then get the ball back after the break. It's all about momentum. And Gainwell is out there returning kicks? That's too much. What this team has been missing and searching for is simple. A true return specialist. Someone who's dangerous in space. Someone with vision, burst, and the awareness to get yards and get out of bounds. Don't take a hit you don't need to take. Don't cough up the ball. Just make a play, flip the field, and live to fight the next down. This might be the year the Eagles finally find that guy. What do you think, Eagles Nation? Is Giles Jackson the answer we've been waiting for? Should Will Shipley get more chances? And is Britton Covey's injury history too much of a risk? Let's talk. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you trust to handle returns in 2025? This might finally be the year. The Eagles have been searching for that one return man who can flip the field, the guy who doesn't hesitate, who doesn't fumble, who doesn't second-guess himself. And now, going into training camp, it feels like we're getting closer than ever. Last year, Anae Smith got a chance to return punts. But if we're being honest, it didn't go well. He had that fumble out of bounds during the preseason, and it wasn't just that mistake. His vision looked off. When he caught the ball, he didn't explode upfield. He slowed down. He looked unsure. And in this league, if you hesitate for even 1 second, you're done. Hopefully, that first year was a learning experience. Maybe now, with that under his belt, A. Smith can bounce back, fix his issues, and compete again. But let's be real, it's going to be a tough battle. Right now, Michael Clay, the Eagles special teams coordinator, has some big decisions to make heading into the 2025 season. If Avery Williams doesn't win the punt return job outright, then that spot is wide open. And since Kenneth Gainwell is no longer on the roster, the kick return job is also up for grabs. That's two critical roles that still need answers. The Eagles have a lot of names in the mix. Giles Jackson, Will Shipley, maybe even a surprise rookie. These aren't just bench players. These are guys fighting for their NFL futures. But here's the thing, Michael Clay has done some good things. On punt and kickoff coverage, the Eagles have been strong. They've played with intensity. They've hit hard. They've created turnovers that flipped games. Players like Kelly Ringo and Sidney Brown have been beasts on special teams, flying downfield, wrapping up ball carriers, even forcing fumbles and getting the offense great field position. That kind of hustle wins games. And those guys don't get enough credit for it. Now, all eyes turn to training camp, and it's going to be a fight to the finish. Mark this down. August 10th at Lincoln Financial Field, the open practice. This is where we see what we've been hearing about. Fans will be in the stands. Cameras will be rolling. We'll find out who's shining under pressure and who's falling behind. This is one of the most exciting parts of the preseason because everything becomes real. You can see who's got the juice, who's fast, who's locked in, and who's just not ready. Oh, and one more thing. July 18th. That's the day Eagles players are expected to receive their Super Bowl rings. We're going to see the design. We're going to see the diamonds. We're going to see the history etched into metal. And that's a moment that will fuel every player walking into training camp. Because now, it's about earning the next one. So tell me, Eagles Nation, who do you think should be the starting punt returner? Who's winning the kick return job? Should Cooper DeJean still be used or kept safe? I want to hear your picks. Drop your answers in the comments below and rate your confidence in this year's special teams. Training camp is coming fast. The battles are real. The fire is building. Let's get ready for war.